Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Cammons. We have some news, Albert, from YSU and some real good news when it comes to the term student athlete.
Yeah, today we're going to focus on YSU a lot. And Ian Francis transferred from Youngstown State to Kansas in baseball. You guys who are local remember him, his great career, Cardinal Mooney. We won't be able to ask Ian straight up, but when you change coaches, and you never know what the kids are thinking. I know the coach was a pitching coach, and he came off the same staff, but any change, George, in today's world of college athletics sometimes leads the kids making decisions.
A lot of them are looking for work. I know that. I saw the stats the other day. It's very, very clear that the grass is not always greener.
So there's a lot of portal.
A lot of transfer.
Not a lot finding homes.
I think 58% did, 40-some didn't.
Wow.
Which is almost half.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. And so give credit to Ian. At least his transfer led to the promised land in the Big 12. He landed at Kansas. Good luck to him. George talked about the honor roll. Right now, all these things come out at the end of June. YSU placed 185 student athletes on the 2024 Horizon League honor roll. They are tops. They are tops in the league. Out of the 16 full and affiliate member institutions, congratulations to YSU is 185, George. 185
It's
student
number
athletes.
one, 40 ahead of number two, I believe, was Milwaukee. I mean, that's a long way away.
Yeah, and
Another
we don't use
firm.
we don't use that term too often anymore, and we don't like to use it because we see Division I kids as thinking about playing in the league, playing in the league all the time. But somebody at YSU has convinced these kids, listen, you might have a chance. It's a slight chance.
Let me ask
But you need that degree.
Let me ask you, like, if you were in the position of evaluating these people, AD, assistant AD, I don't know, whomever.
Right.
Doesn't, just for conjecture here. How much importance would you put on this? For my part B would be, how much of that is the coach? Now, if they all flunked out, would you blame the coach? That's my two-parter. How do you look at that?
Yeah, that is very difficult because I played with many athletes who looked at me like I was blind because I would go to the library and they wouldn't go.
No, they know where it was.
And the coach had nothing to do with me going or not going.
I know, and I don't mean to slight anybody.
I'm
asking.
That's the point I'm making.
In your mind,
I don't think the
you
coach
just
has a lot
went.
to do with it.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't.
But yet he would get blamed if they all flunked out.
Yes.
How much credit does he get for this?
I would think that part though. I would think you don't get a lot of credit for the ones that get good grades because they're doing it themselves. That's self-discipline.
Okay.
But the ones that flunk, I do blame the coach. Say, listen.
We have study time,
Yes,
study hours,
I'm
study
calling
table.
you aren't going out tonight.
No.
3 nights in a row, you're staying in
We're
with
in the
me.
library 6 to 8.
Yeah, that's right. Blame the coach. If there's too many flunking, too many of the people not getting the job done in the classroom.
And then the bigger, when you're talking 7 figures, they just want to win.
They don't care who flunks.
They don't. It's not
And
even.
the fans don't care.
No.
That's the biggest part.
I always go to charge that. I know we've asked this on radio, we've asked it on here, we've asked it a million times. Did one Michigan fan care that Harbaugh got suspended? And I'd say the answer is no.
I know the answer is no. I don't think
there
the
you
answer is
go.
no. Yeah, 7 Youngstown State women's golf. That was the big one. They were named Women's Golf Coaches Association All-American Scholars. Congratulations to you, 7 women. That's quite a tribute. The women's golf program has been good for a long time. In the Raise Your Sights award program, their 3.87 grade point average is unbelievable.
Oh my!
Yeah. So,
See, we've had that rings a bell because we've had college coaches in other sports tell us the big difference. The girls won challenge; they went to tougher courses also.
We had a girls.
And here's
coach,
a 387 that proves it.
Yeah, we had a good.
That's one B.
Excellent girls coach.
That's one B album.
And when you ask in that sport, golfing at the level that YSU's at, first they're getting really great golfers, but they're not getting the best golfers in the world. So many of the golfers that come to YSU not only are good golfers, but they get it. They're preparing for a future. And I think that sport, wrestling, individual sports, understand the self-discipline involved in becoming a good athlete and a good student.
But that 387, that means almost everyone had a 4.0.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
That is, that's special.
And so you add all this academic honors, and now you're telling, this is where I went to school, by the way, and I'm proud of it. They also were second in the Horizon League McCaffrey all sports standings. That means you put all the sports together in the Horizon League, add up all the points so that you total for where you finish in the tournaments, where you finished during the regular season. They came in second.
How about their champs cross country,
How about
indoor track,
they're great.
outdoor track,
Yes.
softball, and women's tennis? Baseball got to the finals. Man, there's not much left.
Yeah, it was a heck of a year when you talk about overall sports at YSU. The football team got into the playoffs.
Yes.
That happened also. The bowling squad
Semis.
went into the NCAA semifinals.
Jeez.
You add all those up.
Great year, kids.
Great year for
It
the
really is.
YSU. Yep.
Someone needs to take a bow when it's that good.
Yeah.
Because you obviously have the right mix. Yes, we want to be good at sports.
Right.
You get that old, well, we're not, you can be, and this is my proof. You can be both. You can be excellent in both, and they sure are.
They have, and as I share this and as I read this, I don't want the administration taking a bow. They had zero to do with telling these. It's a coach and kid relationship that they went out and recruited the right kids. They knew who they were getting. Administration, you raise money for the school, you take care of that part of it. But that's usually what happens. The kids get left out, the coaches get left out, and the bows come from the AD and the upper above. I don't want that to happen.
That is quite impressive, though.
Oh, it is very impressive.
I knew this was going on, but I had never seen it in one place.
Right.
Where someone quantified it for. I mean, this is impressive, and I have to say that's why they're there.
Proof.
And it's proof it can be done. That's the other thing. They say, well, I have practiced till 9, and well, guess what? So did these guys and gals. And
Good in both.
Yeah.
Athletic
Yeah.
achievements and academic standing. Congratulations.
All right, let's look at Major League Baseball. We're a week from the All-Star game. Now, first of all, I'd like to see it 2 weeks before. I'd like it at the midway or game or two.
Closer at least.
Not
right.
20 games past. They're heading towards 100.
Yeah, because a lot of, I don't want to use so-called, but a lot of people who follow baseball think the All-Star break's the halfway point.
No.
It's not close.
NBA either, for that matter. Now, the first-timers, you're always a bunch. Now, I was on the way over, a couple of guys were complaining they picked too many, which you're always going to have. But I will say this, and I've always been, you and I have spoken about this in other sports. Okay, so-and-so, who's in his place? Now, you can't rip someone off there or put someone on without taking someone off.
Right.
That seems to be the best way
That's
to say it.
difficult. That's difficult. Yeah. And I know it happens all the time. I'm sitting here, we know who's picked and who's this. Yeah. There's going to be 5, 6, 7. I don't know who they're going to be.
Right.
They're going to say, I got a sore muscle.
I saw a guy last week.
I got a sore muscle. I really don't want to go.
Yeah,
so there's somebody's going to be on this squad.
Like a Keller won game 10 today.
Yeah, and
was his fault? Skeens is good.
Yeah, he's the one that if a pitcher says I don't want to go, he's going to get picked up.
He belongs on there.
He's going to get picked up.
10 wins by the 10 wins there. Listen to me. By the All-Star break. Exactly.
It's true.
No, and this Witt, I know this Witt Jr. is a good player.
Awesome.
He's a very good
Witt Jr. and Skeens are two stars in the future.
And first-timers, that's just first of many timers.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Unless Skeens
Injuries, everything.
You
know that. Injuries, everything.
No.
They stay healthy, they'll be around forever. Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. With this game being this late and the third wild card combined, we don't have enough sellers. Because in their minds, and they're trying to sell John Q. Public, especially Pittsburgh, they're close to that third wild card. And you look at teams like San Diego, 8 over, the Mets are over. Arizona just got the 500. When you look at it, 4 under, Yes, you're close, but so are about 9 others.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams, and that's why it's hard to make that decision, George.
No,
You're that close.
no, I know.
Do you sell or do you buy? And it's we're going to see it happen in the next 3 weeks. Who really believes they can make it, and who just has fool's gold in there.
Now, you've talked about this over and over, and I listen when you talk because I know you know what's going to. St. Louis is going to buy somebody.
Boston and St. Louis.
Boston's going to buy
They're going to be the two that I see for sure. Getting somebody that's going to put them over the hump.
No one expected this Boston run.
No, this year was usually they're picked big time.
Yeah,
This year
last couple.
they were not picked at all.
No.
No.
What, are they 48 40?
Yes. Not. I think 8 or 9 over. Yes. Yeah.
Yankees better keep the rear view adjusted. Now, my thoughts, this is just me, same as your thoughts in high school playoffs. If you're not 500, don't come to me.
Right. And I was really tough on NHL and NBA. I said I'd put a rule in: if you can't be 500, you can't get in the playoffs. Now that baseball's went to this many, I'd say the same thing. No, you're not in. No. You're not in. With a 76 and 82, you're not getting in. Whatever.
We're not listening to 76, 86.
Yes, you're not getting in.
That's when we're rooting for the Pirates. Al and I went to Pirates to do just that.
77.
And what hurts is, like, day before yesterday, slipped to 500. It's the furthest they've been under all year. Then I start getting a little worried. Then they snap right back and win. I think they're going to tease us all year.
Oh, we said that. We know for sure. That's who they are.
You don't think they're going to sell?
That hurt Jones. It just hurt when Jones going down.
But I'll say one thing. There are some capable arms out there.
Nothing like Jones, though.
No.
Like
You knew he was hurt.
I knew he was. They tried to tell me he's just only a little bit hurt.
He lost.
Now he's out to August.
He's out.
I watched him pitch. How can you not see?
No.
He was throwing 199. Now he's throwing all of a sudden throwing 93.
92.
Yeah.
He's out, isn't he?
Yeah, to August. Yes.
Yeah. 5-5 this week for the Indians.
That's all they need to do.
Rest of the way.
Yeah, they're going 90 wins.
Pittsburgh 4-6. I'd like to see some more 5-5. Can we run 7-3?
No.
Can't hit.
Can't get it all.
I said it the other day. I was looking. I thought, I'm sitting in a yard and I'm listening to radio and I'm thinking, I wonder if they could go. And I'm thinking, no, can't hit unless they win 2-1 every night.
They can't do that.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
No, they're wasting some. I'm going to say fabulous pitching
all year.
I saw a stat.
It won't continue.
47 times they made the 6th inning.
Yeah, it won't continue.
I mean,
they have 2 outstanding pitchers now, and the rest of them are 3 they're hoping for.
Okay, now the All-Star game's always pitching.
Yeah, we do it every year.
They don't have to bring relievers.
Well, they don't hit the bad pitching this year, so
no.
What are they going to do against the good pitching?
And with the starters like that, and they can play an inning or two, pitch an inning or two if they choose to.
Right.
Forget it, because they're throwing 98 off the
they're all throwing. They're all throwing that. The good pitchers have control of it. The bad pitchers, the ball goes everywhere.
Well, there won't be any bad ones in the All-Star game, right?
Exactly. That's what.
All right, now the NBA, something happened over last week and the weekend. We saw it coming, but not to this degree, I don't think. Several signings, but DeRozan and Thompson, 2 good players. Mm-hmm. You agree?
One's really good now. The other one's downhill.
DeRozan, Clay's lost the leg injury.
Definitely, yeah.
I watched him shoot flat all year.
He's not near he was.
But they both spurned the Lakers.
Yeah, think about that.
Say what you want. And Clay's dad was behind.
He won with the Lakers.
Yes, he did. He's an announcer.
Yeah, he won.
He's a color man.
Yep.
Now,
I'd snub the Lakers too, though.
Do you think nobody wants to play with LeBron? Literally?
He's just so bigger than everything else that
okay.
I just know that the son playing.
Bro, I'm going to get to that.
That makes him. That's why I think.
I'm going to get to that.
But if you got him telling the league that my kid's going to get a full contract, they're going to say he can get rid of me anytime. Why would I go there?
Hey, that makes sense. It's just the more I watch, and how about they sat him the next day for wear and tear? He's 19, 20. They sat him the next day
for wear and tear.
Yeah. What's it called? Load management. But anyhow, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. He had his first summer league game, and he hit the back of his baseball card. 4 points, 2 rebounds.
That's his average. That's his average.
That's his average.
But he's taking somebody. He's taking somebody's.
Yeah,
that's what I don't like.
Some guy that, like the kid from Pitt.
Who scores 18 points every time out there.
Yeah, he's put the time in.
Yes, and he's going to be in the G League.
I'm going to ask you a question. We have to be blunt here. One thing about us, we'll call it.
That's why we're here.
We'll call it. How many 6'1" shooting guards
None.
are in the NBA?
0.
None.
Oh, you heard me say none.
6'6", 6'7" shooting guard.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I said. The same thing.
And then they have guys telling me how good he is. You know, and I'm Anthony Davis. Oh yeah, he really plays good defense. So you just start with that line.
No.
You know he stinks.
No, listen, I have another one for that. Like he said, LeBron said the other day, he said, it doesn't bother Bronny. The fact that you say it doesn't bother him tells me it bothers him.
Should bother him.
Yeah, everybody knows you're not good enough.
I gotta admit, I have to admit, I would hope, I had 2 daughters. But if I had a son and I said, come to my company.
Yeah, where would you draw the line?
And I'm gonna cut 7 of your best friends, and I'm gonna give you a job. I'm hoping my son would say, Dad, I'm not doing it.
That's not right. I didn't earn it.
Do you understand? That's what I'm so upset about. That Bronny can't say to his dad,
Then I didn't earn it.
I didn't earn this, Dad. Let me go back, let me stay in college and earn it.
I was hoping he'd play for Duquesne. I really wanted him to play for Drew Joyce.
He should be there.
Get some experience.
He should be there.
I mean, he's a year from a heart attack. God bless him. We're not.
No, that's stupid. I'm talking about straight out playing. That's all.
He did take a pay cut, big Bronny, but it doesn't seem like it'll help.
But you know, George, you know what I think about that.
Yeah, but for him, hey, by the way,
he has to be close to a billionaire.
Yeah. Oh no, he is, but not from pay.
So, but he is. Let's say.
Yeah.
So,
no, I heard the other day he's made 400 and some just from just from the team.
Right.
And he's between Space Jam and.
So did he give it $200 million back? Is that what he gave back?
$3 million.
That's what I'm saying. Like so if he stepped up and said, "I'm going to give $200 million to use," then I'd give he gave $3 million.
Or don't pay me.
I know it sounds a lot to us two jerks.
Yeah, we don't have any money.
We don't have that. But that'd be like us giving a quarter to somebody and say, we really.
I want to talk about the WNBA. I'm talking about the Olympic team first. I see a weakness there. I was watching one of their practices yesterday, just some highlights online and all. They look weak on defense to me, really weak.
Really?
Other than they have a rim protector in Embiid, although a lot of people complain. Hey, he can play for who he wants. Ewing played, no one said a word. Mm-hmm. Some other guys played. He is from Cameroon. Yeah, because they think he should play for Cameroon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, my question to you is this. Kawhi, LeBron, Steph, I don't see any defense out there.
No, outscore teams.
No, they can do that.
That's what they'll do.
There's no question. I'm saying here they don't win it.
Okay.
Right here, right now, they don't win it.
That'd be interesting.
All right. I'm saying it first so if it doesn't happen. Now, I have to ask you. You're watching practice. Big smile on his face, laughing, running up and down. If you're a Clippers fan, what are your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard? Because that man didn't play all year.
I've said it all along. I can't read him at all. He's the toughest guy to read.
He doesn't talk, so you're not going to hear anything.
NBA history. It seems like everybody likes him, but he doesn't play.
No. Well, no, if you were paying him that kind of money, Ballmer, now you know Ballmer's got lots more.
Yes,
but it'd have to bother you. And they're in dead man's land. They're no good.
I don't even care about it, and it bothers me.
No, they're no good next year.
That's the truth of the matter.
You know they're no good. Now, we will say this. ESPN televising summer games tells you LeBron James' scope.
We know that. That part I'm not
no, we can't argue.
TV ratings
We'd be crazy, right?
TV ratings go up with that.
Yeah. Just one thing in the WNBA, the numbers are still crazy. This Caitlin Clark, there's a running feud there. She had the first triple-double by a rookie in the history. Now, remember, the league's how old, but still. What do you see? This Angel Reese is a rebounding. She's a Rodman. Mm-hmm. She puts them back, though. I always kid that 2 or 3 of her rebounds are her missed layups she puts back in. But in my mind, the other lady is a scoring machine.
Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
I think she's dancing. I don't like her. That's all that.
Really, I don't see her with the ball, not as much as he does.
When I watched one game.
Yeah, well,
and she had the ball.
Yeah, well,
90% of the time.
I don't think she has the ball enough.
Okay, well, that game I saw she did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I think
maybe they figured.
That's how she gets.
Well, maybe they figured.
Doubles.
No, she's never. No, not gets. Doubles.
That's how she got it. I mean, that's how she got it.
But it's the first one ever.
But that's why she got it. I'm saying.
Okay.
She has the ball more than anybody, and they have to do that
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but I'm
'cause they
saying
were
it's
last
wrong.
place.
No, I'm talking about for the league.
Oh, that too.
The
yeah.
league they
Yeah.
said somebody has told the coach, listen,
Yeah, yeah, coach, yeah.
George Abrams said he's not getting the ball enough.
Yeah, I did tell her.
Showcase it.
I wrote her.
Showcase her
She never
and
saw
get the
it.
ball.
Yes.
Because
All right.
that's what they went to.
No, that's what, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
NFL win totals, they're out. They all look great till it starts. They're all over.
That's why you can't predict the schedule.
No.
We've said that on the show
Yeah.
a million times.
There's one I looked at
That's
early.
why I'm surprised how you keep saying that Pittsburgh League's good.
Oh,
And I can't say that because I don't know how good they're going to
Yeah,
be.
I'll say it now again. It's the best league. The
Okay.
second one, Detroit. But here's one team I thought was over 7.5, just from what I see from a distance, the Raiders.
I always like the Raiders.
Yeah.
I like the Raiders.
Because, see, I'm a
They're
Minshew
good.
guy.
They're really good defense.
I'm a Minshew guy. And they were handing that spot to the kid from Purdue.
Yeah, O'Connell. Yeah,
And they said now they can't.
I get that.
So at least
I
they're
get
making
that.
it fair. That's
Yeah,
all.
I get that.
Yeah, that's all. They're making it fair. Here's the only thought we talk about Pittsburgh. You know, the thing that worries me is not somehow Tomlin gets to 9 wins. We know history says 16, 17 years.
In a row.
Yeah, but last year they were 5-1 in that division. Appears well, just Burrow back, the Cleveland quarterback back.
I think he stinks.
Well, so far he hasn't done it.
Watson.
But I
think
won't
he
give
stinks.
him stinks yet because he hasn't
Okay.
played. But I mean, he's not done what he did in
Yeah, he
Houston.
just looks bad right now to me.
Well-
He was great at one time. Great at one
Houston.
time.
No,
Yeah.
he was terrific. I understand it. Dallas has a lot of problems. First of all, they have 3 stars without contracts. That's never good. You can put that in the back burner if you want, like Pittsburgh with Hayward, but it festers. Now, number 2, you know Liam and Prescott, but they have a bigger problem with Hooker and Parsons. Hooker goes after him on a podcast.
For what reason?
Keep your business in-house.
Well, what was Hooker upset about? You know, idea?
Yeah, he wants more money, and he's going on podcasts talking about it.
Oh, the money thing.
And Hooker, what's it always?
I didn't know that. I thought it
Yeah.
was maybe something in the club.
And Hooker told him, he
on the
said, you
field.
should keep this in,
It was something on the field.
keep it in the locker room.
Yeah, I got you.
Interesting, because Parsons is a star. Usually you mess with
You don't usually call out the stars.
No, what's it saying? If you come for the king, don't miss. That's the deal. So we're going to find out. What Hooker basically said was what you and I would say, keep it in here.
Yeah, that's what you want to do,
Keep
right?
it in the locker room.
Yeah.
We'll deal with
They
it.
don't do it anymore, though.
No.
You understand? That's
Well, they all podcasts.
That's long gone.
They're all on
Yeah,
Instagram,
him saying that, that's so
Facebook.
long gone.
Oh,
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook.
Like today, George told me a story coming in, and I said,
Yeah.
George, how did they
Somebody
know?
had their phone out.
Somebody had a phone out.
Yeah, it was a little dispute between the Miami quarterback who came from Washington State and Shedeur Sanders. And Sanders was just popping balls out.
We would never know that.
No,
I mean,
no.
really, I don't want to know.
No, it was
See,
on there
that's
in
the
5
best
minutes.
part. I don't want to
It was
know
on there in 5 minutes. He basically called him out. He said, why'd you come practice if you didn't get better? We've used that line ourselves
Yes.
100 times. That's one of our main lines. Now, these new leagues, say what you want. You bring Oregon and Washington and Southern Cal, the Big Ten. You bring Oklahoma and Texas to the SEC. You're going to have some, I was just telling Al before we came on the air, first league game, Tennessee at Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
No way around it.
There's no way
No.
around it. That's I always once again, George knows I'm a dinosaur. I look forward to Washington State playing Arizona. I look forward to those rivalry games. I don't care about Southern Cal coming over and play Rutgers or playing Penn State. Southern Cal should be out west playing.
Could it
UCLA.
develop into a rivalry with Penn State, or don't they play enough?
Hard for me to believe.
Because they don't play enough.
Yeah, it's hard for me.
No, I get you. No,
The league, but you can't help but have good games.
No.
When you have 4 leagues, and that's what happened in Major League Baseball. They used to have good games because there was only 8 teams. Now there's 30 games, and you have to play Miami, and you have.
and they play each other.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
not like the old days where they didn't play Miami.
Are they going to change the schedule every year in these leagues?
Yeah,
George?
yeah, but they're going to. Yeah, oh, absolutely.
They will? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The first week we know is going to be a classic. My thought will be the gap between the haves and have-nots are going to get greater. The Georgias, the Alabamas, the Oregons, they're going to get cattier than they are. Same with Ohio State.
Yeah, there's no way.
We're in the best area here
Whoever
for
has
that.
the money is going to have the best.
Yeah, Al
teams.
said to me the other day, he said, somebody's signing some guys that I just said, Albert, that's Nike money. There's going to be a lot
Oregon.
more of that.
Yeah, Oregon sign is the team that everybody's looking to. They say they got more money than us. We got to try to match them. They can't match them. So Oregon's going to keep getting the best players.
Yeah. I'd say if Texas and Ohio State and
they're the closest.
They're the closest.
Yeah, they are.
They're spending well over $100 million.
Yeah.
Now, the first week we've talked about the Classic there. We know. But with that first week comes the hot seats. We have a guy whose seat is burning up, and they play, believe it or not, they play each other week 1. Miami and Florida. How do you see this? And is it possible one of them could be gone by Thanksgiving?
I don't know the ADs personally,
Okay.
but I hope they don't do that. But one of the loser of that game, if they don't turn it around, like going 8-2 or 7-3.
You like the kid. You like the guy. We loved him in Louisiana.
Oh, he's a good. I know he's a good coach.
Napier.
That league's just unbelievable. He didn't take over like a Goldman like Georgia. They didn't leave that. I see them play. I see the draft. That's all I know.
Florida, no, I like it.
They're not draft. They used to draft a lot of players before. Yeah.
Used to be you couldn't put the ball on the ground against them. A tip pass was a bring back. It's definitely changed.
Miami has better players.
Okay. Well, it's time for him to put up.
Yeah, but they don't do it.
Do you think that game last year where he didn't take the knee
had everything to do with it? They were 4-1 at the time. They'd have been 5-1.
Okay, so there you go. I thought maybe, but I wasn't sure how much. It's just stupid.
But everybody's saying how good they are this year. Listen, I looked at their team from last year. They were picked the top 2 last year. They won 7-6.
How long did we hear that?
They won 7-6.
Didn't BC beat them in a bowl game?
7-6.
The BC beat
them.
You know.
And just whooped them.
No, they beat them up.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it was cold, and I called him. I said, "We got one."
Miami never plays good.
I said, "They don't play well in the cold.
No.
They just don't." And I would say the 2 guys I'm most interested in are the new coaches at Michigan and Alabama. Big shoes.
Yeah, and I know the fans are looking too. They're wondering how it's going to go.
Now, miscellaneous. We got a couple minutes. That lawsuit's going to it's going to go to the Supreme Court.
Going that far.
The one on Sunday ticket. There will be a settlement of some type, and most court cases end up like that. There'll be some kind of settlement. Yeah. How much credence do you put in to Gruden waiting in the wings for the Browns? Do you put any truth in that?
No, I don't.
You think it's just an internet rumor?
It's one of those rumors. That's what I think.
Okay.
I don't think he'll ever get a job back in the NFL.
Okay.
It'd be hard for me to believe that somebody in the minority groups or the other groups would step up. We can't have him.
I'm not going to argue with you. Now, the truth came out about Aaron Rodgers missing camp. Where was he, Al?
He's done it forever.
Where was he?
When they signed him, they had to know.
He was in Egypt.
They had to know.
Yep.
You understand? He's always been
He's one of these guys.
Diva.
The rules are not for him.
He did it when he's at Green Bay, and he's going to do it with the Jets. Yeah. Wherever he's going to be, he's going to be that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. Now, how about the value of running backs? Will it continue? Keep going down.
Yeah. They play 2. Every team, because I play fantasy, I know. Running backs just go, in the top 4 picks, 3 of them would be running backs. Now they last the 18th, 19th pick.
Hey, something in the last minute, something I saw the other day, I got a kick out of Tennessee Titans. They opened, they're talking about playing the Bears, and this big dude for Tennessee,
Simmons.
big limes, says, I can't wait to see his painted fingernails up close.
He'll see up close.
He'll get him close.
Yeah, he'll be up
He
close.
has no idea. If he thinks UCLA chased him.
Yeah, the Bears will be after him. No question.
They have Tennessee.
Tennessee will be after him.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Last thing, we're leaving on this. You got about 30 seconds. Your thoughts on these games. I think I know them, but I want the fans to hear them. I'm playing these games in other countries.
Well, I've always been a dinosaur. Second time I said it on this show. They know it's a moneymaker. That's why they're doing it. For us, when you open up some place that's not America, it bothers me to the nth degree.
Well, there it is. Yeah. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.